So now we're doing chapter 3, Purifying Your Vessel, for real this time. I screwed up the last time. So I'll fix all that stuff. But this is all about cleaning. And we are with Juli, Miss Juli Walker, who is Warrior Goddess Facilitator Extraordinaire, who I'm excited you guys get to learn from because I learn so much from her all the time. So yeah, let's play.
So we've talked about commitment. We've talked about aligning with ourselves, and now we're going to talk about purifying our vessel, purifying ourselves, our container, what we are coming into a new relationship with. So everyone needs to know and remember, write it down if you need to, put it on your mirror, that you are precious. That old agreements take energy, and we don't want to spend our energy dealing with old agreements. And we want to be able to let go of that all and reclaim energy for ourselves. And we'll talk more about reclaiming energy a little later in later chapters. So we are sacred beings in sacred temples. Our body is a sacred temple, and we don't treat it like that often. So let's just think about, say we come upon a beautiful old church. So you're taking a stroll somewhere in a new city you haven't been to, and they find a gorgeous cathedral or church or temple or something that is just absolutely gorgeous but is like hundreds of years old. And you want to take a tour of it. So we're going to go inside and take a look around. And as you walk through, you may walk into the main part of the church and see, beautiful polished wood and beautiful stained glass that's been cleaned, and the pews are all, dusted, and everything's neat and orderly, and it's just really beautiful, and soft candles burning, and it's just gorgeous. But as you continue off into maybe some of the side rooms or into the back of it, you may notice that, this was a storage room. There's a lot of boxes and stuff that's been stuffed in here. Maybe it's Christmas decorations, maybe it's Easter decorations, whatever, that have been kind of boxed up and put away, and things are starting to kind of get a little dusty back there, and there may be a few cobwebs or two. And you go into another room that obviously hasn't been used for a while, and the paint's peeling, and the floor needs to be scrubbed down. And as you continue on, you start to see that there are, places where clutter has happened, places where a little fix needs to be done here and there. Maybe, there was a leak somewhere and there might be a water stain on the ceiling, or, just various little things like that. But when you come back out and you look at the building itself and you look at everything inclusive, this is really beautiful. This is really a beautiful place. It's still beautiful, even though it has a few flaws or a few things that need to be fixed or repaired. And that's us. We are all beautiful, no matter what, whether our hair is changing color, or we've put on a few extra pounds, or maybe your nose got broken at some point, you never got it fixed, whatever is going on, we are beautiful. We're beautiful inside and out. So think of yourself in that way, and not that. Don't look at the things that, it's like you wouldn't go in that church and go, oh, that's the worst church ever because of the things I saw, the clutter and stuff in other rooms. It's a beautiful church still. So that's what we need to focus on, is our beauty, our inner beauty especially, and our outer beauty, because we all are beautiful. So we want to be able to start working on a way to embrace ourselves, to support ourselves energetically, to be, we've already committed to making changes, to working with ourselves to find that beauty and that strength and reclaim our energy. We've started to work on aligning ourselves with life cycles. Remember the spiral, remember, the seasons, how we start to align with them and not see things in such a negative way, but also see the positive in all the different seasons and the different changes. So we need to think about how it is that we want to be able to hold ourselves in this new way. What qualities do we want and not want? What we're going to bring to ourselves, the love and compassion, the curiosity, the possibilities, the spiritual path, acceptance, awareness, grounding, all of these things that we're trying to bring into our lives now to make us a little more solid, a little more whole, feeling a little more complete. So when we start to purify this vessel, we want to create this container that hold ourselves so that we can do this work safe and feel safe and held as we're doing it, because it is scary work, and we want, we can't have somebody holding our hand all the time and saying it's going to be fine, you're doing a good job. You need to create that for yourself. So some of the ways that you can do this is stop defining yourself by who you know and what you do. So just because you might know, I don't know, who would be a good person to know? Just because I know Misty.
Oh, yay! Of all the people, she chose me.
Just because I know Misty doesn't mean that I'm, up there in the world. I know Misty Giordano. I am fantastic. Just because I know her.
I mean, you are fantastic, but...
Not just because I know you. Or by what I do. I do what I do, and I am proud of it, and I accept it, but I'm not like, I am the best warrior goddess facilitator. I am so awesome. I am, and you can believe that, of course. But also, don't define yourself by it. I am good at what I do. So I'm very happy and content with that, but it is not who I am, if that makes sense to you. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Okay, cool, because it was kind of odd. Learning to embrace all the aspects of yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, being able to acknowledge them and accept them instead of hiding from them or hiding them from other people, because we all have them, and that's what makes us human. So being able to accept that. Knowing your truth in every moment and not, and being able to hold on to that truth even through adversity. So being who I am and not letting people put me down or make fun of me or think that I'm some strange, crazy witch doctor or something along those lines. Being able to say, this is who I am and this is my truth, and let me educate you on that instead of letting you trash me on it. Putting yourself out for your to pursue your highest purpose, which is what I'm doing, instead of hiding your talents or stifling yourself because you don't think that is worthy. The people that you associate with, people that are going to support you and build you up, not the people that are going to bring you down and degrade you. Clear out those buried emotions. So as we're talking about triggers and how things trigger you, those are those buried emotions and responses. So you're doing that as cleaning, but that's something that that's a continuing process of keep clearing them out and clearing them out. Accept who you are. Accept your physical body. One of the hardest exercises is the mirror exercise, where you stand in front of a mirror with no clothes on and tell yourself that you love yourself and you love what you see. It's a very difficult exercise for a lot of people. It takes a long time. But when you can start to see yourself for your inner beauty and not see yourself as what you perceive other people see you as, that's really important. Not what you perceive other people see. Because it may not be true. There are all kinds of types of sizes and shapes and of people out there, and there are all kinds of people who love those sizes and shapes and scars and flaws and everything else. So don't put yourself down for looking like you do. And if you choose to make yourself better in some way, that's a choice you make for you, not a choice you make for someone else. Got it? Cool. So be mindful of what you put in your body so that you are living a healthy life, and use essential oils.
Use lots of oils.
Use lots of oils. So we want to be able to see what is happening in our head. So some things that we don't do is we don't take time to clear our minds. So these are all things that we're going to be doing to work to purify ourselves. So we kind of like are making this container of support. And now we want to start working on ourselves. So one of the things is to clear your thoughts in your mind every day. So take 5 to 10 minutes, and some people call it a stillness practice. Some people call it some people meditate. In a stillness practice, the idea is to not think. So you can hear, you can listen, but it's not to think. You're all going, what's she going to say next? Did something go wrong? No. So just be quiet and listen to what is happening in the environment around you, but don't comment on it in your head. And how long can you do that? Or, because your mind is going to go, I need to be talking about something here. I need to be thinking about what I need to do today. Oh, there's that song stuck in my head. So just trying to be quiet and not think. So it gives your mind time to rest and clear. Get out and move. Go take a walk in nature. Use your energy in a positive way so that you're not sitting in a chair watching TV, or if you're at work all day, you know, and you have like a break, 15-minute break or something, go out and walk around the parking lot, walk around the building if it's cold, move your body. Check in with yourself emotionally, periodically. How am I feeling right now? What's triggering me? Am I being triggered? Am I peaceful? Am I content? Am I happy? Am I worried? Whatever it is. Find out where you're at, find out why you're feeling that way, and what you need to do about it. So now you're starting to be able to work on yourself, to start to purify yourself, to start to bring all the good positive in, and starting to let the negative be worked on. I mean, you're taking time to actually deal with things, deal with your issues, deal with your triggers, starting to clean, purifying yourself. One of the things that, and I may have mentioned this before, and if I did, I'm sorry, but we talk to ourselves in the most amazing ways, and none of them are good. We say things to ourselves that we would never say to anybody else, because we'd be horrified if that came out of our mouth. Yet we'll talk to ourselves that way. It's kind of like judge-victim. We have a judge and a victim in our head, and the judge is constantly judging you on what you're wearing, what you're saying, how you look, how you smell, what you cooked, what you're eating, what you're, there's always that, oh, you didn't need to eat that. Oh, why are you wearing your hair like that? Oh, you need to cover your gray. Oh, your jewelry is not perfect. Oh, your pants are too long, or I've got a spot on this shirt, or, there's constantly something. You didn't do that right. You didn't do that well enough. There's always something constantly telling you, the judge, telling you that you're never right. And then there's the victim that's like, oh, I'm so sorry, yeah, I did that, oh, I need to change, oh, I need to, So those two voices are constantly warring in our head. So how do we stop that? How do we stop being a victim to our judge? Well, remember judge, when we judge people, what are we doing? We're comparing them. We are holding them to a higher standard. So we are holding ourselves to an impossible standard. Remember we talked about that person that you want to be like? I want to be, let me see, who do I want to be today? I want to be Elvira today. Somebody know Elvira? She's that horror movie woman that had the red hair, and she was in black, and she had little tiny waist, and she had, push-up bra and everything. She looked bad. She's 72 and she looks fantastic, by the way. Without everything, you should see her. But anyway, I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to have a little tiny waist. I'm not going to have fabulous red hair, even if I wore a wig. It would look terrible. That's not who I am. So I'm not going to compare myself to her. I'm not going to judge myself because my waist is not small enough. My push-up bra is not good enough. I'm not sexy enough. I'm not wearing long fingernails. I don't have fantastic hair, whatever. I'm not going to continually judge myself by who that person is, because that is a standard I'm not going to meet, because I'm not her. Not because I couldn't, If I really put my mind to it, I probably could. You know, that lady that makes herself look like a Barbie doll. Think about that for a minute. It's horrifying. So I don't want to look like that. I don't want to be Elvira. I want to be me. So being able to say to the judge, I'm me. I'm who I am. And you can just be quiet. So being able to stand up to yourself, stand up for yourself to that judge and silence them. And stop playing a victim. Stop letting yourself down. Because that was what you're doing. You're not standing up for yourself. To yourself. You're letting yourself down. So giving yourself that support as well. So when we talked about people in your container, creating your container who support you and who are there for you, you have to be that person too. You have to be in there supporting yourself. Right? So honor yourself. Feel yourself beginning to realign with life. What is your new commitment? And if you make your commitment and you achieve it, go on to the next commitment. Commit to aligning and solidifying your container. And if the container cracks or breaks, which it will, we're not, like I said, we're not perfect and everything doesn't happen beautifully every single time. But if it does, there's an old, it's Japanese art of taking a cracked or broken container and using epoxy to put it back together and then coating the crack in gold leaf or gold paint, so that the crack becomes part of the art of the vessel. So that's what, and it becomes more beautiful. So that's what I would say. If your vessel cracks, stick it back together, paint that crack with some gold or silver or something shiny or sparkles or sprinkles or glitter or whatever it does that makes you want to make that thing more beautiful, and go back to what you were doing. Because we will all step back at some point. It's how we move forward, how we put it back together and move forward. So get out there. Kind of a little fun thing to do if you want to bring all this stuff together, commit, align, purify, in a way that you can see it and look at it every day, is plant something. So you're going to plant whatever you want. If you've got land, you want to plant a tree, this is, and you're not in the winter watching this, plant a tree to represent your commitment, or a flower, or an indoor house plant, whatever you want to do. And you're going to nourish it with its water, keeping it in the sun. So we've made this commitment to this plant. We're going to keep it alive. We are going to align with it by surrendering to the how. So what does that mean? It means that we have committed 100% to having this live, and we know that we are going to water it, give it its nutrients or whatever that needs to be done. But how it grows, why it grows in the way it does, just let it be what it is. Let it grow and become as beautiful as it wants to be, as it will be. Because we're just letting it be itself and not trying to make it into something that it's not. And then purifying, make sure that it stays weeded so that it can grow. It's kind of like the cleaning of your temple, making sure that it has a clean and good space that is not being crowded out by weeds, so it can grow to its potential. So commit, align, and purify. Good job.
Great job. Awesome. So your blend for purifying your vessel, right? Yeah. Okay. Making sure it's on the right one. From I Am Fabulous is On My Path. So On My Path is used when you're on a journey to discover your deepest purpose in life. It's a blend of self-discovery. In our fast-paced, technology-obsessed society, many people rarely take the time to just sit and listen to their own voice. On My Path will provide moments to connect with your higher power and your deeper self. This is an excellent blend to apply before prayer or meditation. I recommend taking a moment of silence and deep breaths before applying. The blends in this, the oils in this blend are Hawaiian sandalwood, which calms and opens your heart to communicate with your higher power. It's in this stillness where truth can be heard. Lavender allows you to verbally express your truth with confidence. Frankincense dispels confusion. Only truth shines in the presence of frankincense. Juniper berry releases any fears that hold you back from being your true self. Wild orange helps you to see the limitless talent you possess. Eucalyptus creates the desire to step into your truth. Geranium builds trust in your unique and beautiful path. Lemon brings clarity to headspace so that confusion does not exist in your journey of self-discovery. So that's your blend. That's your homework. That's your lesson. And we will see you guys in the next videos for the next chapters. See ya!